everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are talking about the 30-day no sugar challenge. This is just a thing that my husband and I did, and it was life-changing, just absolutely life-changing. I really didn't expect it to change us that much. I really thought it would just kind of take the edge off of the sugar cravings, and then we'd kind of go back to normal, having sweet treats every so many days, maybe just on the weekends or something. But we have had like no interest in it aside from me having chocolate cravings, and mine are lady hormone related cravings. So aside from that, I have not craved anything aside from the first few days kind of detoxing off of the sugar, and those days I was jonesing, really just thinking about it all the time, and then the cravings got less and less. We did end up getting a stomach bug after the first week or so. I think it was, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was like day 8 where I got slammed with the stomach bug. So that would be day 9 for Johnny because he got it a day after me. But after that, no sugar cravings. Even when we started healing and getting better from that, no cravings until, right before my lady time, and I have wanted chocolate. And that's the only thing I craved. I wanted just chocolate. Our last day of our challenge was a few days ago, and it was day 30. I was like, I'm craving chocolate. I've craved chocolate now for 5 straight days. I'm having some chocolate, and it was late that night. Technically, that was the 30 day. And so I'm like, screw it, I'm having my chocolate. And to be honest, the chocolate was great, but I had the chocolate and I was over the craving after a couple of days of just wanting a little chocolate. And it's not like I ate like chocolate bars or giant candy bars. I had a couple of squares of chocolate every night, and then it was done and it was over, and I haven't really needed anything. Johnny had some chocolate the same night as I did. He had a bag of candy left over from, I think it was Easter, the last holiday I bought clearance candy, and he had some crunch bars, and that's one of his favorite, absolute favorite things was the crunch bars. He had a few that night, and he's like, I'm gonna get heartburn tonight, I can already tell, and he told me to throw the bag away. So we threw that whole bag of candy away. He just has no interest, and it's just incredible because he was the major sweet tooth person to begin with, and he's just not interested at all. He doesn't want to go back on soda. He doesn't want to have candy in the house. He's done. And I mean, I think here and there he'll want a dessert, but he's not in the mindset where he wants to have sweets. And when he used to snack, it was always a sweet thing. It was ice cream or donuts or candy bars or something along the lines of just a very sugary, sweet dessert. And he doesn't have those feelings at all now. In fact, he's the one saying, just go ahead and throw it all away. It's not interesting him at all, where I'm the one that's like, I still need chocolate certain days of the month, I guess. And so just totally changed things. With us being together, I don't know how long we've been together, since 2005. So 13 years, I had to do the math, 13 years. So for 13 years, I've known him as a guy who wants the cookies and the cakes and the sweets, and now he's not. And it took 30 days, and it's just incredible. I'm just so glad he did this with me. That change is just a huge change. I'm not sure that I believe that like sugar is the devil and sugar will kill us and all this stuff that people say. I think the obesity epidemic goes way more than just sugar deep, although I think it definitely helps contribute to some of these chronic illnesses and the obesity epidemic. But I don't think it's like the only bad thing that we're doing. I think it's a combination of all the processed food, all the inactivity, higher meat consumption, less vegetable consumption, all, a bunch of things. I don't think you can just say it's sugar. So I'm not convinced that like sugar is going to change everything. There's no nutritional value from sugar. I mean, it's just empty calories at the very best. So you're not getting, nutrients and vitamins that you should get eating these sugary, nasty snacks. I don't think you're getting a benefit from it, except it tastes good. So I don't think anybody can really argue that there's like really good health benefits to eating all the sugary things. And basically Johnny's totally cut them out at this point. I'm the one that's like, I need chocolate. But anyway, I think it's just going to be a really good thing for us moving forward to just not have all the sweets all the time, eating better things, or just eating less calories because we're not consuming these really high calorie things all the time. And so going back to the actual 30-day challenge itself, I really wish that I had taken some measurements and I had taken some weights for us. But we don't have an exact weight or measurements or anything for us. But as far as Johnny's concerned, he lost like 13 pounds in 30 days based on this not eating sugar. And he did snack here and there, but usually in the evening he would eat a bunch of sugary sweets. And he totally cut that out. Sometimes he'd have a snack here and there if he was actually hungry, and it was a better option. Sometimes it wasn't always great. Sometimes it was like chips or crackers or something. It's basically empty calories as well. But sometimes he grabbed carrots. Sometimes he grabbed apples. Sometimes he grabbed grapes. So it wasn't always necessarily an empty calorie snack. And a lot of times he just didn't have those cravings. He didn't really need to snack mindlessly. So he dropped a ton of weight, and I'm still shocked. He dropped about 13 pounds. And like I said, we didn't weigh on the first day, but that's just about where he was before this. So he weighed like a couple of days before it. So that's just huge. It's just a really huge drop in such a short amount of time. And the other thing I had mentioned when I said we were pretty far into the sugar thing when I did my chit chat video, his acne gone, just completely gone at this point in time, which is just surprising. Mine's not gone. I still have really bad acne. Mine, I think, is hormone related. I've lost like 5.5 pounds. So basically 5 pounds or 6 pounds, which is still awesome for a month with not changing anything else. We just cut out the sugary snacks. That's great. And I've still snacked. So I've still had chips or fruit or something in the evening, most evenings, because I am starving in the morning if I don't have something in the evening. So I think I just function better having a small little evening snack, and I still lost 5-ish, 6-ish pounds. So I think that's great. Hasn't changed my acne at all, but I feel great. I'm just not always hungry. And I feel like before we started this, I was always waiting for my next meal or my next snack. I was always hungry, and I don't have that hunger feeling like I did. That's not to say like we went low carb or anything close to that. We're still eating tons of carbs. We're just not eating sugar-filled snacks all the time. So like in the evening, we would snack on Oreos and eat like a row of Oreos. Now we're eating baby carrots or grapes or a small portion of chips or something along those lines. But now that we're at the end of it, I'm going to continue. And so is Johnny. We're not going to like stick to, okay, no sugar ever. But for the most part, I'm just not going to buy this stuff because neither one of us are craving it. Neither one of us got to have it. And the only craving that I've had this whole time after the initial cravings went away was for chocolate. And Johnny's had no cravings. Basically, after it wore off the first couple of days, he's not really cared to have anything sweet. I think we're just going to have, desserts here and there. If we go to a party and they have cake, we'll have a piece of cake if we want it. We had added sugar in like sauces here and there. I know the teriyaki sauce I use has added sugar in it, and I don't care. I still cooked with it here and there. For the most part, I mostly cooked from home without added sugar things. For me, around like 25, it was either day 25, 26, 27, somewhere around there, I had a friend over. She was going through a tough time, and I ended up buying desserts. I ran to Target before she came over and got stuff to make a cookie cake. And so we had a little cookie cake to kind of cheer her up a little bit. I had like 3 bites of it. It was one of those things where I could take it or leave it. I liked it, like it tasted okay, but it wasn't something where I was like, ooh, I really gotta eat more of this. Whereas before, it would be hard to stop eating it, where this time it's like, oh, it was okay. Afterwards, I definitely had heartburn over it, and so I'm like, it's probably not a good idea to have a bunch of sweets. And I ate probably like the size of a regular cookie, like a regular cookie portion from that cookie cake. That was my single slip up the entire time. So I think that's pretty good. And had I not invited my friend over, and had I not wanted to like kind of cheer her up and do something nice for her, I wouldn't have had it in the first place. 30 days with 1 slip up, that's pretty dang good. Just love the way I feel, where I'm not constantly thinking about food, constantly feeling hungry. And now I eat, feel satisfied. I don't think about food as much, and it's been really nice. For me, it wasn't like trying to do 30 days of depriving myself of something that I really wanted. I was trying to do 30 days of kind of resetting the body, resetting your sweetness, cravings. And that's what it ended up doing. It just totally recalibrated things in that 30 days. And so I didn't feel really deprived except for those first couple of days, and then like the end days when I was craving chocolate. It's not something we're going to use as a form of deprivation, like we're never going to eat sugar again and sugar's evil and that kind of thing. I think everything is good in balance, but I wanted to take this 30 days to just kind of reset. And I loved it, and I really could not recommend this enough for you guys. It's hard in the beginning. It was really hard. Especially like those first 3 to 4 days, it's all I thought about. It's like, I gotta have some sugar. I really want something sweet. I want to eat a cake, a cookie. That's all I could think about. And then it slowly wore off, and now I just don't have those feelings. And so I recommend this to anybody who wants to kick their sugar habit. You just have to fight through those first couple of days, and then it gets easier and easier, and you might be surprised how great you feel on day 30. Making it through with just one slip up, I felt pretty proud of myself. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video and let you guys know how this 30-day no sugar challenge went. And I would love your suggestions on something else that we could try. I just really like this idea of kind of resetting, seeing if you really truly need something, which we don't really truly need sugar. So I know it was a good challenge to do, but I really am up for another challenge. If you guys have anything, I think the next one I'm going to be doing is the 30-day minimalist challenge, where you get rid of one thing on day 1, you get rid of 2 new things on day 2, 3 on day 3, all the way up to day 30, you're getting rid of 30 things. And I think I'm going to start that one now. Now that the sugar thing is over, I think I'm going to start that one now. But I would love to know if you guys have other ideas or suggestions for different challenge videos that I could do. It was kind of empowering getting through the 30 days. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel this like power rush that I'm like, yes, I made it through this challenge. It sounds so silly. That's it for this video. Leave me your suggestions down below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.